You ready, Catspaw?
Oh yeah, I'm ready. Let's go.
All right, let's do it. And here we go for game number 2 in the 12 o'clock position as the teal Protoss we have lancerx, and at the bottom left as the green Terran we have koget, and koget saying he did not see the Reaver for a whole minute while it was killing his poor little SCVs. So yeah, that definitely makes sense given what we saw.
Oh man, you know what though? I don't think it's maybe as good right now that Koget went for the drop style in the game number 1. Because in this game you can actually abuse it as, you remember we mentioned that in another game. Who was the player? Was it something like somebody like SPX maybe, or Flisk?
Yeah.
I think it was.
You definitely were asking me before the game started, like whether we would see any kind of drops on the cliff, and I was like, nah, nobody does that anymore. And then it totally happened in the game, and I was like, oh, nice.
Yeah, I mean it's always a pain because the thing is, when people started doing that, like in Lost Temple, okay, then you learn how to deal with it, and you kind of put that into your mindset that you always have to remember that. But since it's been so long since we had maps that had this kind of a cliff, people they still know how to deal with it. It's just they're not really thinking about it that much.
Yeah, it's a very uncommon map feature now. Interesting, 9-gate at the front here. But he's not going to build a second one, so he's just going to go for an aggressive sort of early Zealot pressure. He's most likely going to build a Nexus here before gas, just using the Zealot pressure to expand safely. Somebody did this actually in a previous game as well that we casted. I can't remember who it was.
And Koget is not really using like Depot and Barracks to have a subsidy, so that can actually deal a lot of damage.
Yeah, at best he'll build the second depot next to this barracks. I hope he will, but he won't necessarily. And that'll help him a little bit here. But yeah, we'll see how he holds us off.
I mean, the thing is that in reality, for me, the best thing about doing early Zealot pressures is that if you don't lose the Zealot, and even if you don't actually kill anything, you can recharge your shields over time. So if you plan it accordingly to hit a very good timing, you can do something very good with the first Zealot. Now, usually because Terrans used to wall or use this kind of fancy SimCity, that started to be less efficient, but seeing what's going on right now...
I like that caster synergy right there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. The probe dies. He builds the pylon in order to make it so you can't have the SimCity with a depot, but he can actually just build a depot up there. Like this SimCity works just as well.
Yeah, but he didn't want to put this. Sorry, the depot there. I think he wanted to put the factory in there.
Maybe no, but the factory's lower here.
He had enough gas and metals for the factory before this happened.
No, but I mean, this wall is still Zealotite, right? Yeah. See, this wall is still Zealotite, so that pylon actually didn't do anything. So this positioning is actually really good. This is actually really deceptive because to the top left of the barracks definitely looks like there's a gap there, but that's actually tight. Oh, but we have a counter eBay to block the Nexus. Yeah. That's really cool. Is that what you were clapping for? Oh man, nice. But the thing is though that that Lancer wasn't actually doing the build I expected. He did go for gas first anyway, but he is saving up quite a few minerals to potentially make this Nexus, and he's not going to be able to. So that's going to be quite annoying.
The thing is about I'm thinking about the eBay block, and the good thing about the eBay block is because there's a Zealot, a second Zealot, right? So 2 Zealots out basically is gonna deny this for quite a while, and I think that the reason why maybe gas and everything went this way is because of the eBay block basically forced him into it. I mean, the gas was before that, yes, but still.
All right, there's the cancel, and there's the Nexus, and yeah, I guess that makes some amount of sense here. The second Zealot. Yeah, it is going to be a starport again. I was gonna say the second Zealot could be useful if, say, he goes for a Reaver and he'll have 2 Zealots already to load in that shuttle, kind of like last game. It would actually turn out to be pretty much exactly like last game if that happened. Reavers against the dropships. But we'll see how that plays out. Obviously, the opening is a little bit different here from both players.
Now, the bad thing for lancerx, I think, if you make the robo and you have the shuttle, then it's pretty much okay. But if you don't, first as koget, you drop into the main with some vultures, so you start harassing there, and then you can follow it up with on the cliff. So both locations become difficult to defend for the Protoss.
Yeah, yeah. I think this still. I think this should go better for the Terran because, as you said, you know, there's a lot of drop space. Let me just reveal the map here. You know, it's like there's a narrow wall here around your main, but there's a ton of area if you just look at the mini map. And then obviously there's the cliffable natural. And also another really nice thing for Terran is because he has a starboard, he can make a Wraith, and once you have a Wraith, the shuttle is just immediately shut down, right? And Protoss doesn't have that luxury. You can't make an air-to-air unit from the robotics facility. You just have to run around with your dragoons and hope that you can catch the dropship. So in that sense, I think it's nice for the Terran.
I have to say though that I'm a little bit worried for koget going for the same style because, okay, the first game made a lot of sense that he tried something a little bit tricky, something different, but mostly it didn't work. His attack, actually, the drop itself, except killing the Nexus when you're already like in a lot of trouble because you're getting attacked yourself. Apart from that, he wasn't really that efficient with it, so... Ooh, actually this Vulture getting 4 kills.
Yeah, that Vulture was pretty efficient. Oh, and the dropship's coming in here. Here's the cliff drop. Hello, Protoss.
And Shuttle. Shuttle is not built yet, just observed for now. So I think that the next should die if you... Well, actually, wait. It should die, I think.
It probably will, actually, unless he like runs goons to the bottom here to shoot it from the low ground. He's actually going for a counterattack. Now, interestingly, the command center, instead of being built in the main, was built directly at the high ground here, so being a bit more bold than last game. And we'll see how he defends it. He's building a bunker, actually, straight away, because he knows the counterattack is almost certainly going to come. A second tank probably should siege up right here on the low ground. In fact, yeah, siege from the bottom.
As soon as possible.
Oh man, there's the SCV transfer. It's going to come off the line to help block. Has to block the siege tank. The second tank is there, and that's going to be good. He's going to catch one siege tank, or sorry, one dragoon.
And there is no Nexus anymore, so you can actually even evacuate. Yeah, okay. Now that's nice. If you evacuate now those 2 tanks, that's an awesome situation, because now you can start to put pressure on the main with those tanks, and then there's nowhere for the probes to run.
Yeah, this is pretty horrible for lancerx. This is just the difference in the maps, actually. It's funny, last game, see, the difference here is, last game, obviously, he went 1 tank, 2 vultures to try and do the mine block on the ramp. And lancerx, you know, he could just run up there with a Zealot, tank all the mines, and that was fine. And he could just run away to his natural. But in this case, there was nothing he could do to defend that Nexus.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is... it's kind of a difficult thing to think about, because you don't scout your opponent, you don't know what koget is doing. If you don't have any kind of information, it's very difficult to make the right call, especially when you do have this kind of feature in the map.
Yep. I mean, not much else there to say. It's interesting that lancerx didn't actually prepare a little bit better for that. I'm actually trying to think, because you know, like the one gateway of the natural into expansion first is very popular on this map. I wonder, like, if there's some nice timing there where, you know, when you go for that build, you can get your Reaver out, or you can get your shuttle out in perfect time to deal with any kind of natural tank drop. I assume that's the case. I don't know exactly, but that would make sense.
The thing I think is the main problem is, if you were going against a 2-factory normal attack, the shuttle works. If you're going against something like that, it works. But if your opponent just expands, you're pretty much committed to some kind of a pressure against Terran. Otherwise, you're going to get far behind in economy, I think.
That's true as well. Maybe this is it's a sad map. Sad map for Protoss. It's alright. Oh, this dropship! Oh, not gonna get caught. Look at this. lancerx trying to set a trap here in between their bases. It actually almost worked. I don't know why the dropship actually turned around. Did he scan that or something?
I think maybe scan, or maybe he saw the shape of the observer. I'm not really sure.
Because like he's used 1 comset right now. I can see the energy on one of the comsets is gone, but I don't actually know where he scanned. But either way, that's pretty good game sense or scanning or whatever. And he's actually swinging around, or maybe he just realized it didn't make any sense to go into the main. He could just drop the natural again. But now there are actually 2 zealots there, so that's no longer going to work. Just gonna chill.
Wait, two zealots beat two tanks right in there. So there's no
I actually have no idea.
Wait, he should just drop in the natural. Yeah, he's just
Yeah,
gonna
he could.
bypass the zealots.
Oh god, these zealots are just like, what? That's so unfair.
You're kidding me. That's not how it was supposed to go. Oh. Okay.
Oh god, that's how it's supposed to go. Boom. Ah!
Oh wait, 3 DTs and a shuttle.
What?
Oh, the dirty Pradas. The DT drop.
Oh my god, the counter DT drop is like, oh, okay, oh, you wanna play that way, huh? You wanna cliff drop me? I see how it is, alright. Well, let me show you how to drop. Let me show you. Oh, he's gonna see it, but unfortunately, these aren't Dragoons. These are Vultures. They can't shoot it. They can't shoot it down.
There's like 2 Marines trying to get to it.
Like, guys, man, these Marines are. Oh, there's a Vulture. It's not gonna kill it, or I mean, a Wraith rather than a Vulture. Is it gonna kill it? It is gonna kill it. Oh, baby, nice scan.
Oh man.
One more? Oh, he doesn't have a second scan because he used it earlier. Wow, that's actually a huge investment there. Like 3 DTs and a shuttle just died for nothing. 4 DTs and a shuttle died for nothing.
Might go down. Okay, no, probably not. Wait, what the hell? How does the DPS of the Wraith actually seems to be really low, not to be able even to kill an observer?
Oh man. I mean, that was like what, 700 minerals and like 400 gas. I think. Wait, DTs are 100 gas, right? So 125. Okay,
sorry. 125 minerals and 100 gas, right?
Okay, yeah. So 700 minerals if you include the shuttle, and 400 gas just died for nothing. But here's the counterattack. Trying to go up the narrow ramp here. A couple of DTs trying to stall this. The Dragoons are at the top of the ramp as well. The siege tanks though are now in siege mode. And there's nothing that the Dragoons can do, but there's no more scan. Is he out of energy? No, he's not out of energy. There's another scan. It does take 1 tank down with it, but this is looking really dangerous for lancerx because he basically double expanded. He went for the mineral only, but that's made his army really, really weak right now. And he's got 2 zealots still stuck on the high ground.
And the DT. Okay, so the slow DTs I think are going to eventually just clean this up because look at this. Slowly but steadily, the DTs are actually doing the work.
Oh, the mines!
Oh! Nice! Very lucky there.
No more DTs for you. I like how he's actually going down here to the 3rd just to clean up these last few Dragoons. Just keeping the Dragoon count low, because if he leaves these alone, oh man, he needs to keep the tanks together. If he left those Dragoons alone and he went straight for the natural, these could have came in, you know, for a bit of a flank or something. So he's just going to go finish those off, finish off the Nexus, and then go for the natural.
Yeah, and the reinforcements also could be stopped with that. But at least, I mean, lancerx is in a very bad position at this point, because he really doesn't have any tech to contest this kind of attack.
Yep. Emergency DTs will only last so long. And I think this is going to be a GG here for lancerx. He's down 40 supply. He's got tanks all up in his natural. He can't get up the ramp now anymore either. It's a reverse ramp.
Oh, man.
Oh, and there's a science vessel. Oh, God.
But still building a turret just in case, you know, if the vessel gets sniped. So pretty smart.
GG.
Nice.
Oh, man.
Okay. Koget takes game number 2. Huh.
All right. 1-1. That's pretty good.
Okay. Damn it, so wait a second. I said like it was like what? 3-1 I said?
No, you said yeah, you said 3-2 and then you changed to 3-1 for Koget. Yeah.
Okay, so Koget has to win everything or otherwise I'm wrong.
Well, you say win everything. It's just 2 games, right? You can totally win 2 games in a row.
Alright. Now, I gotta say though that lancerx, for as bad as it looked, I think he had the right idea. The DTs, if there were no Wraith, that probably would have gone really well for lancerx because he was double expanding and he had also, you know, just drop and then pick up when the scan went down.
Yeah. I mean I think that was just really lucky timing. If that army moved out, you know, 10 seconds slower, the shuttle would have gone into the main. He would have had to pull the entire army back just to deal with it. You know, at the very least, the game would have gone on for a lot longer, and Lance would have had a lot more opportunity to come back there.
Yeah, I have to say though that reverse ramp maps, I feel they favor a little bit more Protoss because the thing is usually when you have no ramp at all, it's already like good for Protoss, right?
Yeah.
Because you can do some aggressive things, but in this case, I would say that favors a little bit Protoss.
Yeah, probably not as much as a flat map, because you can still, I mean, it's blockable if that makes sense. It's like it's a narrow ramp. But yeah, definitely kind of annoying. and less so for the Perdos, because if the Terran's in your natural, then you probably already lost the game anyway, so it doesn't matter as much. But anyway, game number 3 is going to be on Jade. Again, a reverse ramp map, but a little bit more normal 4-player map. So yeah, here we go.
All right, let's go.